day, everybody. I hope that you're well and also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 3 English lesson on alphabetical order. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English language arts. We're doing grade 3. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter called Alphabetical Order. All right. All right. So when it comes to alphabetical order, right? Firstly, our chapter is alphabetical order. Our subject is English language arts. We're doing grade 3. And then the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of alphabetical order, it's to order alphabetically based on the first letter, and to order alphabetically based on the first two letters. So that is going to be our lessons for today under our chapter of alphabetical order. All right, so when it comes to alphabetical order, right, then we can even think of, let's say, looking for a specific word in a dictionary or looking for a specific word in a thesaurus, for example, right? Where if you were to look for a specific word, then it means that we're first going to have to look at the first letters, you're going to have to look at the second letters, and so on, in order for you to find a word, especially if you're looking up a specific word, right? And firstly, we need to know our alphabet. We need to know that there are 26 letters in the alphabet. 5 of those letters are vowels. The rest of the letters are called consonants. And we also need to know the order of the words in alphabetical order. Because in order for you to even put words in order or to look for words or look up a specific word in a dictionary, right, alphabetically, you need to know your alphabet. All right. And yet it even says to put words in alphabetical order, we need to use the alphabet. Alphabet A to Z. Then, once we, for example, wrote down the alphabet, or for example, you know your alphabet, then it means that you need to first put the words in order by their first letter. So we first put the word in order by first letter. And if you look at an example, right, of first looking at words by first letter, then you have words like bed, pie, ran, which means that if you put words in order by first letter, then of course B will go first, P, and then R. Because if you look at that letters, there we have P, there we have P, and R comes after P. Then if words, right? So if the specific words, if they share the first letter, let's say for example, we have words that share the very first letter, right? We need to put these words in alphabetical order, but the words they share the first letter. Then it means that we need to use the second letter and then we need to put them in order. So we use the second letter to put them in order. For example, here we have bed, we have born, and we have brown. All three of those letters, right? They share the same first letter. So which means that we need to look at the second letter. For example, B, E, O, R, which means that E comes first, then O, followed by R. And then if a word share the first two letters, right? Then we use the third letter and so on and so on. And then the fourth one, if it is the same one, and so on. Right? So that is basically what we have to do in order for us to, for example, find a word or to put the word in alphabetical order. And once again, our chapter is alphabetical order. And for those of you who just started, we're doing alphabetical order. English language arts, we're doing grade 3. And then the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of alphabetical order is to order alphabetically based on the first letter, and then to order alphabetically based on the first two letters. If it keeps making you stop the class, then restart your PC or restart your laptop. So rather just restart it because sometimes our laptops needs to be rebooted in order for us to continue using it. All right. So once again, we said that We're doing alphabetical order, and in order for us to put our words in alphabetical order, we need to use our alphabet. And remember, we see that we have 26 letters in the alphabet, five of which is vowels, and the rest is consonants. So if we, for example, have to put words in order, then we need to look at the alphabet, which word comes first, which word comes after. Then once we put the words in order, then we first put the first word in order. We first put the words in order by first letter. Next, if the word shares the first letter, if you want to put words in order and now we share the first letter, it's maybe two B's or three B's. And then if we share the first letter and the second letter, then we use the third letters and so on, depending. But whenever they share like the first letters, the second letters, the third letters, and so on, then we just look at the next letter. All right. If we look at an example once again of words and by putting words in order of alphabetically, right? Yeah, they already put the words in order for us. All right. So now we're going to look at an example. Yeah, we say if we have words, if we our words were to be jumbled up, right? And we have the word visible, and we have the word day, and we have the word gain. We don't need to put that words in order alphabetically. What is the first word that we're going to look at if we were to put these words in order? Which word are we going to look first? So we have our three words over here: visible, day, and gain. We need to put these words in alphabetical order. Which one will be first based on letters? And if we were to put these words in alphabetical order, yes, day. Since day is before anything else, then we will say D for day comes first, then gain, and then only visible. So D, So D, G, and then V. And that is actually how it also is in alphabetical order. If we were to, for example, choose the word with the letter first, like in order to put it in alphabetical order, then the first letter, then D, yes, because you see D is over here. Then G. Then we have V. So first day, gain, visible. If we were to put these words in alphabetical order, we have best, all right. If we look at words that we're going to put in alphabetical order, we have best, we have brown, and the word that we still need to put in order is bed. We need to put these three words in alphabetical order. And keeping in mind, remember we said that if the first letter, if we put the words in order by first letter, right, we put it in alphabetical order. But if we share the first letter, then we look at the second letter. So we have best, brown, and bed. Which one is first? Because if we look at all three of those words, they share the first letter, which is B. All right. And if we were to look at the first word, B is the same. So that is the first letters. Remember, we said that if we share the first letters, we move on to the second letters. All right. And if we look at the second letter, right, we have E, R, and then E again. So which means that we now have two words that share the same letters, the second letters. All right. Yes. So we have best, brown, and bed. So because they share the first letter, we go to the second letter. But now the two words I've got E. So which means we look at the third letter. So if we look at the third letter, then yes, we're gonna have bed. Then which one is the next one? Yes, we have best. So basically bed, best, and brown. That is basically our order: first, second, and third. But you need to specifically look at the first letters. All the first letters are the same when you get the second letters. If that is the same, you get the third letters, and so on and so on, up until you'll be able to get the words that you need to put in alphabetical order. All right. So now we're going to a plus students.ca. All right. So now we're going to a plus students.ca. And we're going to order alphabetically based on the first letter as well as based on the first two letters. All right. Remember we said that we put words in alphabetical order based first on the first letter. If not, then we look at the second letter if they share a specific letter. All right. Here it says to put the first words in alphabetical order. We need to put these words in alphabetical order. We have dad, hum, and gulp. We need to put these words in alphabetical order. Which one goes first? We have dad, we have hum, and we have gulp. All right. And if we were to put the words in alphabetical order, and we will put the words in order by first the dad. We first have the dad. Then alphabetically we have the G first, which is gulp, and then hum. So which means that we first D's in the alphabet, then G, and then H. Yes, well done. Dad, gulp, and him. All right. And we went over those words. And remember, keeping in mind that we said that if we put words in alphabetical order, we first look at the first letter, and then look at the, if the first letters are all the same, then it means that we look at the second letters. Yes, so we have dead, gulp, and hum. Those are the words that is alphabetical order. All right. If we look at, let's look at a word. Let's look at these words. Okay, no, but then you're gonna. Let's look at these words right, tall, and moth. All right. So whenever we said we put in alphabetical order, we first look at the first letters. All right. So if, for example, we have words and here we can't seem to put these words in alphabetical order because the first letters or the second letters are the same. Then once again, we look at the first letter again. So here we have the words right, tore, and moth. We need to put these words in alphabetical order. So white, tall, and moth. We need to put these words in alphabetical order. Yes, and if we were to, for example, choose our three words, then yes, we will say firstly it is moth. Yes, and then we have tall. And then we only have right. So these are the words that you put in alphabetical order. If all of these words started with an N, then it means that you look at the first letter. All right. If we look at another one, right, last one, and then we're going to our test. If you were to look at another one, right, here we have the word review, inspect, and ugly. And ugly. Review, inspect, and ugly. We need to put those words in alphabetical order. So we have review, inspect, and ugly. All right. And if we were to put these words in alphabetical order, all right. And then if we look at the second letter, remember we said that if the first letters are all the same, we look at the second letters. And now we're going to put the words in order by yes. Which word do we put first? We put inspect. So we have we have inspect. What is the next one? Yes, after inspect, we have ugly or ugly. Oops, oopsie. I'm putting a G first. We put U. So first we have inspect. Then what do we have? Yes, then we have review. And then lastly, we have ugly. So inspect, review, ugly. And even if you were to look at the words alphabetically, then yes, it is in order. All right, so now we're going to our test. So we have right, tor, moth. We need to put these words in alphabetical order. All right. And if we were to choose the correct option, is it option one, right, tor, or moth, or option two, if we were to put it in alphabetical order, then it is moth, tor, and right. Which one is correct? All right. And we need to put these words in order. So we need to put these words in alphabetical order. Option one, right to moth, or option two, moth to right. Which one is correct? Alphabetically. All right. And if we were to choose the correct one that is in order alphabetically, all right. And if we put these words in alphabetical order, so it's right, to, and moth. Yes, and then we'll go first with moth, option two, to, and then right. So well done. Option two is correct. All right. So we need to put these words in alphabetical order. All right. And the words that we will choose that's alphabetically. All right. So now, if we look at these words, right, we need to put these words in alphabetical order. All right. And if we were to put these words in alphabetical order, then yes, option two, nail, you, and then of course, zoo or you or nail. So we need to put these words in alphabetical order. We have fade, tire, appear. Fade, tire, appear. We need to put it in alphabetical order. All right. And if we were to choose, And if we were to put the words in alphabetical order, remember we said we first look at the first letters. If the first letters are still marked out or it is not showing and then we go to the second letter. All right, we need to put it in order. Fade, tire, appear. All right. So if we were to put these words in alphabetical order, and then we are going to, yes, option one, appear, then fade, then tire, which is option one. Yes. And let's look at the next one. It says we need to put these words in alphabetical order. Undergo, order, father. Undergo, order, and father. We need to put that in alphabetical order. Look at the first letters. If the first letters share the same letters, then we look at the second ones. All right. So if we were to put these words in alphabetical order, we have undergo, we have order, and we have father. This is the last one. Undergo, order, and father. Which one is correct? And if we were to put these words in alphabetical order, we have undergo, order, and father. Then yes, we will go with father, order, and undergo. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on alphabetical order. Remember, we said with alphabetical order, we need to put our words in alphabetical order. If we have the first letter that is first alphabetical order, and then we need to put it in order. But if the first letters share the same letters, we go on to the second one, and so on and so on. But you need to put words in alphabetical order as per our dictionary. All right, so this is the end of our lesson. Thank you very much, creators, for joining the class, and I really hope that you're going to have a good day further. So, till next time, goodbye.